when you're looking for in-home care, I wanted to, highlight a few things that are important to think about and to ask when you're actually talking to a home care agency. And the first question that I think is really important is how quickly can you get me someone? Because oftentimes we get called to a house, it's a crisis, right? And whether they're coming out of rehab right away, coming out of a facility and they need someone to be with them right away, how quickly can you do it? The accreditation question is really important. Are you an accredited agency? Are your caregivers insured? Not a question that you might think about, but like, for example, my agency, all of our caregivers are employees of our agency and therefore under our insurance, okay? God forbid something happens, you want to know that your caregiver who's in that home is actually insured. These are really important questions to ask. Do you run background checks on your caregivers? What happens if things don't work out? There's a whole host of questions that you want to ask your agency when you're actually selecting an agency. I think it's, that's one of the main reasons why I actually go out to meet families, because I want to be that front-facing voice and face that's going to interact with the families when we're discussing what that care is going to look like, right? Because if there's a problem and they need something, I want them to speak to me directly. That's why it's really important as an owner, and I consider myself an owner-operator, right? Because I'm out there, I know all my families, and they know me, and if they need something, they can call me. These are all really important things to know and familiarize yourself with when selecting a home care agency. Some additional things to consider. What happens if my needs change? And this is, this happens very often, right? We start out with a little bit of help. Later on, we need more help. Can I retain my caregiver, right? What is that, how will that impact the service that I'm being provided if I need more? Do you have to give me another caregiver? Am I going to have two people coming to my house? These are all important questions to ask. One other thing that I think I wanted to share with you is specific conditions, right? I mentioned dementia, right? So all of our caregivers get training in dementia, right? You could have a heart condition, maybe you're a stroke situation, right? So there's a lot of specific training that's required for any one specific condition. And that's why that conversation, the willingness to share information about care is so important when you're evaluating agencies and you're talking to someone about getting care.